Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to be speaking about what successful traders are doing versus the unsuccessful, and how you can pass your Propfirm challenges the most simple way, right? Easy, make it easy as possible for yourself. Now obviously I've already, obviously if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know I show specifically the break and retest is what I personally trade as well. I'm a 700k funded trader, and it's what I teach to my students in the elite mentorship as well. And by the way, if anyone is interested of joining, link will be in the video description. And there's a Discord community that are, this is just the certificates of the students that are getting payouts, getting passing challenges. Some that I've never passed before, but yeah, well, I'll just crack on with it now. That's enough of that. Okay, so basically, once we got the zones marked, we have all, we have a strategy, we have an edge. But still there are things that you are doing, that obviously as human beings we can't, obviously I understand that we can't fight this, and the number one thing that we're doing, guys, is battling our emotions. And if I was to even though I've collected all this data over the years, this is for GJ, I've even gone as far as putting Excel, and then looking at it, how many wins and losses, exactly. So even though you have all that information, it's very important, guys, to even, if I just bring this picture up that I really found very, very interesting. This was a picture, look at this, successful, versus the unsuccessful, right? You have to think, guys, obviously, right, if you're watching this video, you're most likely going to be on this side, right? Let's look at what the unsuccessful trader basically does. You have no defined strategy, trading strategy. You feel drawn to open positions. I'm guessing you just want to be in a trade, you want to just continue trading. You are too emotional. Now this, third one here, the best way to you can't get fully rid of emotions, because as humans we can never do that. The way you can do everything in your power to minimize this. That's the only thing that we can do. And I'm showing you different, obviously, how I personally, obviously when I take a loss, do I feel zero emotions? No, I do feel still some emotions, but not as much as I used to. Number 4, you frequently overtrade and get margin calls. Okay. This is, all these, is just because of this here. The bigger the emotions, like just treat your each, let's just say overtrading, right? It's because of an emotion, particular emotion like anger, frustration, stress, anxiety, whatever you want to call it. Each department is like a volcano. Until that volcano doesn't erupt, it'll just, once it does, it'll just lead on to another thing. Look at the successful one. You have an effective trading plan. You control your emotions. See, it doesn't say you have zero emotions. See, this is a very powerful word here. You control. So you do get emotions, but you control them. You always lock in or take profits, right? So you don't let your profits go to the moon. You just take either you take partials, or you either you have a fixed TP in mind and you take it, rather than, it's good to be hopeful when you're in profit, and fearful when you're in drawdown. But in this case, guys, when you have a fixed, cut your backtested data, if your TP is 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, whatever it may be, just lock it in and take it. You understand risk. I'll be going over this as well, guys. Now if we go back here, you can see, like, successful traders are educated. Are you educated? You currently who are watching this, are you prepared? Fully prepared, not just like, yeah, spend bare hours and lots of hours on the charts and that makes you prepared. No, it doesn't. Have you done your homework? Have you got your data? Mitigate risk, learn from failure, or do you only take failure, right? Do you actually journal? That's what's going to make you obviously learn from your failures. Always adapt, right? Now I'll give you an example of mine. I used to trade GJ. That's what made me leave my 12 to 12 my work. I then moved on to other currency pairs as well, like UJ, GU, gold. Then left gold. Some of the students still trade gold, and then obviously this is what I wrote: successful traders versus unsuccessful traders. That's why you got all these images. You can even check this out yourself, guys. Believe in accountability, right? Very, very powerful. Okay, unsuccessful traders are uneducated, wing it, ignore risk, repeat failures. Look at this, guys. Focus on this here, where it says repeat. I'm looking at that. That's the word I'm focusing on. Repeat. Whatever you're doing wrong, you just repeat it, right? That's what you just continuously doing, just repeating. You don't adapt. You just stick to one thing, right? I mean, it's, in terms of strategy and all that is good. You should stick to one strategy, but the market's always changing, guys. So you have to, adapt in sense of maybe there's more volatility in some months of the year, so you might have to increase your stop loss size. If there's low volatility, you might have to reduce your stop loss size, but it doesn't mean you change the strategy. A lot of people just change the strategy without realizing all they have to make adjustments to their stop loss, and they'll take less losses. Believe in randomness, right? You have to understand, guys. Let's just go here. Okay, I'm going to be touching on each one, but I'm going to give an example, right? The best way to have have an advantage over the market, or an edge over the market. TP, stop loss, everything. What are you guys actually doing, or ladies, whoever's watching this? You want to stop. And I'm going to give you an example of what I personally do, right? Whenever I take a trade, I just move my stop loss to half, right? Why do I? And I've been doing this more frequently now, and I just absolutely love the results, because even though if my trade hits my stop loss, it's like I'm still winning. Why? Because I was risking 1%, but when I lost 0.5%. So it's like I'm still, got away. I still got one over the market. The market wasn't able to take my full 1%. So even if I walk away with 0.5% loss, I'm still like, yeah, but originally I risked 1%. So I know obviously some of you guys might be thinking, well, why don't you originally just risk 0.5% and let it go the full distance? Well, yes, I could do that like that as well. But this way, at least psychologically, I get to, say to myself at the end of the day, I got a edge over the market. Now that's one to do with your stop loss. Number two, collect your data, guys. Know how much the market on average from your set. Every time you set up forms, how does the market move in your direction? Now, speaking about how to pass these prop firm challenges, what I always like to do, guys, is if I just make this bigger. Just one moment. Okay, what I always like to do is, suppose we are trading, guys, with a 100k account. That's too small. 100k account. Let's change the color of this to black, FTMO style. Okay, 100k account. Normally everyone just jumps in with either 2% risk. Let's just say this is the drawdown side. Let's just say this is the profit side. So we'll color one in green, and I normally have my losses in orange. Why? Again, to control my emotions, because red is a strong emotional color. It represents danger, normally like blood, fire, like even the traffic light sign stop. No one likes to see the stop sign, right? And even like no entries, and it's all in red. I like to have an orange because orange is one of my favorite colors. I like oranges, so it's psychological, right? It gives me a psychological edge of that. Even if I see orange, I'm happy with it. It doesn't really bother me. Green, I don't even have green, is because if I don't see green, and then so I like to have it in blue, right? Blues, I'm a bit on and off with blue. I'm not really bothered if I see it or not. So it's one of those. So okay, so now normally when people trade with the prop firm, they risk 2%. You want to risk, guys, 0.5% on your first trade, and whenever you're in drawdown. Why? Because it's going to give you 20 lifelines now. 20 lifelines, right? Let's color it yellow so you can see it better. Now, whenever you're in profit, let me just clone this. Whenever you're in profit, guys, what you want to do now is go originally back to your 1%. So let's change the color of this. Okay, so now we're at 1%. One moment. Okay, so whenever you profit, risk create a bit of a buffer, risk that 1%, and it'll send you flying towards the finish line. Whenever you head over to the starting point or the break even or into drawdown, risk 0.5%, because prop firms give you 10% overall drawdown. If you're risking 0.5%, now you have 20 lifelines. Now let me just remove this. Okay, now this is one thing to control your emotions, right? Your risk. Another thing as well, guys, is, you know, having a strategy, and the strategy is not enough as well. I want to make that very clear, right? High win rate is great, high risk rewards great, but things, it's not really technicals, or it's not really your strategy that's going to make you profitable. Is what you, it's going to be your approach, what you do after, how you think after. You know, it's like, suppose, let's just say we're on a good winning streak, right? For example, let's just say I'm with the prop firm right now. Let's say, you know, and this is let's say nice 1 to 8. Let's just say keep it realistic. Let's say I get a 1 to 4, 1 to 4 here, 1 to 4 here. Let's just say suddenly now I face a loss down here, right? Let's just say got my market breakout, waiting for price to, and by the way, I would not take on a sell here. Strong bullish candle here, engulfing as well. I would like to see a bearish engulfing. So actually, let's go through this as we go along as well. So okay, these were multiple wick rejections to the top. So, you know, and by the way, I want to make it very clear, guys, this is not the my own personal break and retest strategy that I personally trade and show my students. Mine is a more refined break and retest, and you know, it's got a good win rate, good risk reward. This one, what I'm showing, and I've shown in my previous videos, it's not, you know, it's decent, but it's not what's going to make you pass challenges like quite quickly. And obviously, when I'm even showing my mentorship, if I go over it again, you'll see me, like, you can just come into the link will be in the video description again, and you know, you can just go over to the funder certificate section and winning trades, and you'll just see straight away. I'm just posting these. I think I posted once, I passed 4 challenges with low risk. I passed 4 challenges within about 5 days, so 6 days. Yeah, so link will be in the video description. So yeah, you can check that out. Okay. Well, yeah, and you can message me as well if anyone is interested in the one-to-one mentorship. Okay. By the way, I made it affordable for everyone. So, you know, I'm not offering silly money. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So if you are interested, again, link will be in the video description. So let's crack on with this. Okay. So bearish candles here. You know, nothing significant, like these wicks are at the bottom, which I do not like, or would like them to be at the top. Price comes down. It's just a ugly design, right? Not attractive at all. Not what I'm looking for. I mean, look at this, guys. Bearish candle breakout, huge bearish candle, you know, shows volume. Price comes back up, and if I go into a small time frame, I'll get my rejections, get my what I'm looking for, and that's why obviously the market just tanks. Okay. So now, like I was mentioning, guys, I win 2 trades. Now I'll get to this point. Now imagine I lose this trade. Now psychologically, right? Again, let me bring up these 2 over here. I'm gonna act like this fellow over here, the Unsuccessful trader, right? And I'm with a prop firm. Imagine I've just taken those 2 trades. I'm gonna say I've got a strategy, right? I've got the strategy, but let's just say I don't have an issue with this as well. You are too emotional, right? Okay, I've taken a loss. I should be like, this is my thought process personally. When I take a loss, you should be like, you know what? Okay, on to the next. As soon as I even enter a position, guys, before it wins or loses, I already get these oranges and I just put it on the setup. So if it hits the stop loss, it doesn't phase me at all. That's how you should treat it. If you already imagine I'm in a live position and moved out of the way, and I keep this green over here, and it's going in playing here, I'm naturally I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm looking at this green, I'm being hypnotized by it, right? And if it hits my stop loss, I'm like, wait a minute, what happened here? It's like, because I put this already green here, it's like the market's gone against me, and I was supposed to see price hitting my TP, right? Because I've left this green here, but instead it hits my stop loss, and that's when you go on a bit of a you know, start risking. You think like, okay, I'm gonna try to make that money back, and then, but no, if you've already psychologically accepted before the trade is even closed that this is a losing trade, this is a losing day, it's much easier to move on. It's much easier to move on. I can already see that this would also be a win. I can just tell. We can already mark it like this, but example here, 1 loss here, there's a winning opportunity over here. So this would already be moved out the way. Just gonna refine these as I go along, because I just quickly like to, I'm on that stage now just to draw the zones, chuck them on there. Just obviously for how long I've been doing it for so many years. But okay, so let's put this out 1 to 4 as well. So now imagine I win this trade. Now imagine after these 2 wins, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, you know, that's normally my usual TP that I aim for. I'm gonna be feeling euphoric, right? 2 winning trades, 8% gain. If I'm risking 1% per trade, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm over the moon. Let me risk, I'm feeling lucky, let me risk 2%, 3% on one position. Now what you're basically doing, guys, is, you know, you're basically, especially if I'm feeling like I want to continue trading, you know, when you got these other urges, you have to realize as well when it's time to call it quits. If you're winning, you want to just go on a walk, you know, and this is where, you know, preparation in my eyes is super important, right? And obviously believing in accountability. If you've got your money, just leave. You know, you have to be prepared, educated, in the sense of, in education, what I mean by that is, and obviously have your data. If I've got these 2, I should equally know from, I mean, like I show here, I've got more than 500 trades worth of data over here, goes on and on. I know, guys, on average, even if I show you this one here, now this is backtested data. Does that mean 100% will I be able to will I have to have the exact data as my backtested data? Absolutely not. So what I'm trying to say is, if I win 2, I should know now my 3rd, 4th is there's a chance of, it might be a higher chance I'm going to lose, because my winning streaks on average might be about 2 free, right? And it's just like wise, if you're losing 2, 3, 4 in a row, then you should know your winner is around the corner. Just like if you're winning quite a few, then your losing trade is around the corner as well. So there's no need to feel euphoric. Again, it comes down to preparation. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, guys. In short summary, if I had to say, guys, briefly, if you was about to start a fresh new account, first of all, I would like check if you've got your data, right? And these things, what does data do emotionally, right? When it comes to emotions, it's going to give you that confidence. It's going to give you that confidence. Now, if you got the data, now what's the next step? Okay, that means if you've already got your data, guys, that means you've got a strategy in place, you know your edges. Once you got your data, now it's like, okay, once you lose a trade or win a trade, journal it, right? And always at the end of the weekend, you know, always look back and see where you're going wrong, how you could have improved. And that is improving is part of adapting. So once you can do that as well, you know, it's basically, and okay, that's how you can do before and after for the trading, right? And while you're in the trade, just leave it. If it hits your stop loss, hits your TP, you leave it. While you're away from the computer, switch your computer off. While you're away from the computer, guys, the most important part after that is ignore. You know, cut out all the social media, cut out watching TV interviews, cut out everything. Start watching these videos about trading. Go, you know, spend time with your family, your friends. Super important. The less you think about trading, the better. And obviously in the beginning, if you're a big beginner, you have to put the work in. Once you've got all your data, once you've got everything, guys, this should only be you should be only trading at a particular time, or you set your trading view alerts. That's it, guys. The less you do trading, you know, the better. The less you do spend time on trading, the less stressful you'll be as well. Treat it like a hobby. Don't treat it like a, you know, obviously people say treat it like a business, I understand, but in the beginning stage as well, like, just don't give a damn about it. And even while you're trading as well, even though my personal experience, that's what I do as well. If I win a trade or lose a trade, my reaction is pretty much the same, because if I win a trade, I'm like, okay, well, if I won this one, that means I might lose my next one. If I lose a trade, I'm like, okay, I've lost this one, I might win my next one. So it's like, and the amount over the years, I've just taken thousands and thousands of trades. It's just, you know, it's robotic. That's how you can't get rid of your emotions, but the process is robotic. And the faster you understand that, you know, so it's like, if why am I going to give a, you know, why should I think about the present trade if I've got another 10,000 trades to take yet in my life, with 10, 20, 30,000, how many there is, right? However, so you got to think of it like that, guys. I hope you found value from this video, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Take care. I'm out.